So our next team that we have is listening party. So Colin, have you ever wanted a way to listen to the same song in the same playlist as a friend at the same time?
I have.
Yes, or maybe you're trying to break out of your musical comfort zone and listen to something new.
Love new music.
Okay, awesome. Then listening party is going to be the application for you. Listening party is a music playlist application, and Kyle is going to now start us off by telling us more about listening party.
In college, when my friends and I weren't pulling all-nighters at the library, something we liked to do was go to someone's dorm room, hook up a laptop and speakers, queue up some songs on a playlist, and listen to music together. Unfortunately, since graduating last June, most of my friends moved all around the world, so I can't really do that with them anymore. To solve that problem, Steve, Alex, and myself, Kyle, came up with Listening Party. Listening Party lets you jump into a virtual room with friends, families, even strangers, and listen to music together, the same song at the same time. Kind of neat, right? And let's hop into the demo. I'm going to hand it off to Alex.
Now let's say Kyle is planning to host a listening party with his friends overseas. The first thing he's going to want to do is log into Spotify through our website. This is going to take us to our home page where he can see a list of all the channels he can join. From there, he can either join the channel by clicking directly at the picture or clicking at the Join Channel button from the Quick Info pop-up. What he really wanted to do was host a listening party. So he's going to create a room by filling up some information and hitting Submit, which will take him to his new channel. From there, he can search for songs he wants to add to his playlist. When he finds a song that he actually wanted to add, he can click the Add button, which will add the song to our dynamic playlist. From there, he can click the Play button, which will start the play and allow you to listen with your friend.
And now, I'm Steve, Kyle's 6-year-old college buddy from Hong Kong, and I want to listen to Kyle's channel. So I'm going to go to my homepage and select Kyle's channel. From there, I can go to the chat feature and send Kyle a message to tell him I'm listening. And I'll quickly get a message back from Kyle telling me he knows I'm there. From that point, I can actually go and start listening to the music Kyle is broadcasting. If I want to, I can also go into the Spotify search catalog and look for songs that I'd like to ask Kyle to play. So I can go in, type a search string, and it will go and find all the music that matches the string I put in. From that list, I can select a song and ask Kyle to play it. On Kyle's screen, he will get a pop-up menu that allows him to add that to the playlist. From that point, I can go back and look at my playlist and see that the song that I requested is now on the list.
Now here are some technologies we use in our tech stack. Our biggest problem was dealing with the fact that Spotify Apply SDK only had one event to handle every single state change, which made it hard for us to single out a behavior. To overcome this, we use Model View Controller Design Pattern. Our React view acted as a UI for user to interact with. The Web Playback SDK player acted as a controller, which changed the state accordingly to the user input. This changes was notified to the music player event handler, which then updated the Redux state accordingly to trigger a re-render of the React view. Most importantly, when this music player event handler was owned by the host of the channel, our WebSocket was also notified of the state changes. This broadcasts the state change to everyone else in the same channel, allowing them to sync up to the channel host without interfering with everyone other listeners' experience.
Thanks, Alex. So what did we learn by making this app? On the tech side, we solidified everything we learned here at Fullstack, as well as how to use the Spotify API and the SDK player. On the non-tech side, we learned that making an app is fun, but also kind of hard. At first, we wanted to use WebRTC to stream the music, but it turns out that was a violation of Spotify's usage terms. On the other side of that, we also wanted to use Google Firebase for infrastructure management, but it turned out to be a little more robust than what we needed, so we had to pivot away from that. Given our remaining time and resources, we had to figure out how to create a listening party without compromising our vision. So, with that said, we'd like to thank you for your time, and we hope you join us at Listening Party app at Heroku. Thank you.
Yeah, what a cool app. I know when I was younger, it was always like music was the cool thing, and it was which friend had access to the newest music and could share it with us all.
Right.
And that's something I've kind of lost as I've grown older and lost touch with some of those friends. It'd be a great way to reconnect with. I think of one friend in particular who has always had his ear to the music.
Yep.
And I want to know what he's listening to now.
Yeah, definitely.